This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.
To get a transcript of today's show, plus all future transcripts emailed to you, go to offthechainshow.com.
Prepare yourself for the uncensored, nothing held back, no BS reality of how business and life really work. Doberman Dan is off the chain.
Jonathan, I got scary news.
Uh-oh. What do you got?
Well, how I discovered this came about from the most unusual of circumstances, but I'm driving down this road the other day in this rural area. I live amongst farms. Actually, in the county where I live, there are more than 900 farms here. So
wow.
Now that I think about it, with the exception of like a couple areas, I'm always driving amongst farms. But so I'm driving down this one desolate road and a rabbit runs out in front of me. Cute little white rabbit runs out in front of me. And, you know, me being an animal lover, I swerve to avoid hitting the poor little thing. And it damn near drove head on into a tree, a big frickin' live oak tree. We got those all over the place, by the way. They're like the strongest trees.
Oh, Dan, you're supposed to chase the rabbit, bro, not swerve away from it.
Well, instant reaction to avoid hurting the little guy. Of course, and trying to avoid hurting this, what I thought at the time was a poor little innocent rabbit. I almost, kill myself running into this live oak. And as I'm gaining my composure, I look over at the other side of the road and I realize when I looked into the rabbit's eyes, I realized, this is no ordinary rabbit. This is an assassin hired to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. Listen, I've seen this look before, okay? When I was a cop, I've looked into homicidal psychopaths' eyes, and I've seen this look before, but this time it was different. And not just because it was a rabbit, by the way, but I could see that the homicidal look was induced by MK Ultra mind control.
Geez, that's what it was.
It came together in a second. I realized I get it now. I'm so not naive. I have been blind, but now I see this, what I thought was a cute little white rabbit. Well, I gotta admit, he was cute until I looked into his eyes. Was a hired assassin programmed with MK Ultra mind control. Look it up on Google. And it was at that point that I realized, I thought I had dodged a bullet. I thought I could be one of the truth seekers, one of the people exposing the people to the truth who could avoid this fate. But no, my fate found me. The Illuminati is trying to kill me. So why, you ask, right? Ask
yes.
me, Jonathan. Ask why.
I was about to.
Here's why. Because I'm exposing the truth. I'm freeing the slaves. I mean, you don't have to listen to too many episodes of Off the Chain, especially the episode about public schools, aka government-sponsored youth indoctrination camps, to realize that I'm exposing the world to the truth that they've been blind to. I'm doing my part in this great plan to free the slaves, to knock the scales off of their eyes for those of the persuasion who used to study those stories, like I used to when I was a kid. Good old Saul getting the scales knocked off his eyes. I'm knocking scales off of eyes. I've exposed the truth about the government-sponsored youth indoctrination camps. I've talked about big pharma. I've talked about big food, how big pharma and big food are in bed together with Big Brother, all these schemes to keep you a slave and to suck massive amounts of money out of you and keep you miserable and sick. And the infamous I'm doing that I'm doing that finger quote thing in the air, Jonathan. We need a video component of this podcast so people can see my finger quotes. It's an important emphasis technique that we're missing out on with just pure audio. So the Illuminati, they know if even only 1% wake up to the truth, it could topple their stranglehold on this country. I mean, at the whole world, we got international listeners, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we got people from really strange foreign countries like West Virginia and stuff. So now we're talking about a world stranglehold. It just, all I need to do is wake up 1%, and it would just topple their whole evil empire. And now, listen, now that the scales have totally been knocked off of my eyes, I'm seeing it all over the place, man. The Illuminati has now, they've gone full bore. They are putting the whole full frontal assault on let's kill Doberman Dan. Because, man, that MK Ultra mind control stuff, they use the things nearest and dearest to you. I noticed the other day, my neighbor's dog, she's always giving me the stink eye. Like I know I can see it in her eyes, man. I know they're beaming HARP beams. How's that spelled? HAARP. Look it up. Just Google it. They're beaming HARP rays at her brain and using MK Ultra mind control on her. And she's going to be the next assassin. In fact, you know what? I feel it right now. Let me hold on. Get my tinfoil hat on, because I could, as I was speaking.
Now we need the video.
As I was just now speaking, I could feel it in my brain. They turned the knob up on the HARP rays at my brain, and they were beaming them at me, man. I could totally feel it. The tinfoil hat's taking a little bit of the edge off, man, but it's just, can't protect me from everything. That's the deal. They're trying to keep me from telling you about this stuff. And so that just makes me all the more motivated, because now I have no idea how much time I have left. I mean, when the Illuminati has their eyes on you, your days are numbered, man. So I'm more passionate than ever about, sharing these deep, dark secrets that have been kept from you. Like, for example, that Ringo Starr and Yasser Arafat are the same person. Now, we know this to be a fact because, why, you ask, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Because, tell me one time, just once, you've ever seen those two guys together. Have you ever seen them together, Jonathan?
I'm racking my brain and I can't think of one time.
There you go. Proves it. Ringo Starr, Yasser Arafat, same person. Why, I don't know. Maybe Ringo got tired of being an uber rich rock star and needed a new challenge and wanted to become a dictator of a country somewhere. But these are secrets that have been kept from you. Disney's Mr. Smee, okay? Disney's Mr. Smee and Bernie Sanders, same damn person. I mean, just look at them, okay? Obvious, the same person. These are secrets being kept from you, and it's destroying your life. It's keeping you in slavery, and I'm here to free you. So here's the lesson in all this rambling. Controversy attracts attention and builds an audience. So yes, I have been having a little fun here, but if I wanted to build a platform on this, Jonathan, you would be amazed at how big of a platform I could build on this. The Illuminati is trying to kill me stuff I've been spewing. And, then that platform could be leveraged and I could make a lot of money. Heck, now, I won't name names, but there are several people who are building platforms on this. The Illuminati is trying to kill me thing. Listen, controversy attracts attention and builds an audience. Now, yeah, granted, it's an audience of people who both love you and hate you. Like a good example would be Rush Limbaugh. Okay. There's people who love Rush Limbaugh and practically worship the ground that that guy walks on. There are people who are like, they tune in all the time. They follow Rush all the time because they despise him. And then we got we got Howard Stern. You ever listen to Howard Stern, Jonathan?
God, I listened to him for years when I was an electrician.
I love how his mind works. His mind works so fast, and his sense of humor. I haven't heard him for a few years, but he would respond to stuff, just, and I'd be like, wow, how does he come up with this stuff? Same thing with Howard Stern, man. There are people who love him and tune in every day and pay on Sirius Radio to hear him. There are people who listen to him every day because they hate him, but he's so controversial and so shocking that they just can't stay away. They gotta tune in to see, well, let's see what this dude is going to say next. So if you do it right, you can profit from both those people, the people who love you and the people who hate you. I mean, like I said, even the people who hate you can't resist showing up to your platform, whatever platform you choose, again and again, just to hear, let's see what this idiot is going to say or claim now. So that is the benefit of being controversial like that and staking your claim on something like that and just being really strong and outspoken about it. Being lukewarm attracts neither. It doesn't attract people who love you, doesn't attract people who hate you. And therefore, how can you monetize being lukewarm? You can't. So a good example is on a recent episode, we talked about my JSTDT business model. And now I'm staking my claim. I'm the JSTDT funnel guy, which stands for just sell the damn thing funnel guy. So now, my positioning is I'm anti-surveys. I'm anti, complicated funnels. I'm anti-free content, all that stuff. I'm anti this. You ever see these funnel models that it's like 87 different steps with all this if-then rules and all this stuff?
Yeah, they make me sick. They make me want to quit.
Makes your eyes roll back in your head like, oh my God, this is what I have to
Seizures.
do? Oh, I could never do this. Well, that actually didn't intend on exposing this, but that's a secret too. So it's actually pretty brilliant from a marketing standpoint. The goal is to make your eyes roll back into your head. So you look at that shit and they're like, oh my God, I could never do this. Like, hey, don't worry, because we can do it for you. It's just $75,000 fee plus 10% royalties, which the royalties, it's interesting that they ask for royalties because it doesn't work. So, of course, they're not going to make any royalties off that. But maybe by asking for royalties, they think they can trick the prospect.
Legitimizes it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, well, G's asking for royalties. So, obviously, he's expecting this to generate millions. Yeah, good luck with that. You know what? You can generate millions with my just sell the damn thing funnel. All that other complicated stuff, you can generate frustration. And I realize that positioning is going to make me one extremely unpopular dude with the marketing gurus because that's their whole shtick. The whole thing I just told you about, that is their whole shtick. That's how they make money. And I'm against it because that's not how I've made money for 21 years, nor is it how I'm seeing the most successful entrepreneurs make money. So, I know I've just excluded myself from their little insider club. None of those guys will ever promote me as affiliates and all that stuff. Perfectly fine with me, because frankly, I seem to appeal to a different segment, and I appeal to a segment of people who, if I did get in with that crowd, their opinion of me would drop down the toilet because they'd think, he's associating with those crooks and frauds. I thought he was for real, man. So the fact that, I'm shooting myself in the foot with probably, 90% of my contemporaries of wanting to be associated with me, and now none of them will never promote me. You know what? Totally fine. I'm totally cool with building an audience of people who hate me. I can monetize that, man. I've learned how to monetize that because in the process, this message and my philosophy and my approach to business is going to resonate with the extremely small percentage of the market who are intelligent thinking people looking for the truth. Not looking for the bullshit, bright, shiny object, BSO, as I call them. I would change the name. I just had an epiphany. I've been calling them BSOs for forever, Jonathan. I'm going to start calling them BBSOs, bullshit, bright, shiny objects, because those people who have gone after BBSOs are disappointed time after time after time. Now, we could go back to the origins of internet marketing and list all of them and have a really good laugh about them, like, oh, holy crap, I can't believe people fell for that. Yeah, people fell for it by the hundreds of thousands. And that stuff generated hundreds of millions of dollars. And it never worked then, and it ain't working now. One of them even told me himself, one of the bigger, more popular BBSOs for a while, he himself said in a private conversation, yeah, I could never get this to work. It never worked for me.
Wow.
Didn't prevent him from going on every stage in the country and selling it as a breakthrough marketing thing that was making him millions.
No shit. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. And everybody would know the dude's name. So the fact that I'm pissing off those guys with my new positioning, and heck, maybe I've been pissing them off all along, because I've been pretty outspoken about this stuff ever since I started, writing in this weird little niche for my Canadian brothers and sisters. Since what, 2006, 2007? Well, heck, 2005. That's when I was the first time a speaker at a marketing event at Gary Halbert's root canal seminar. So I've been pretty outspoken about this. It's totally fine with me that they're going to hate me and I'm going to be excluded from the little clique where they all promote each other. Fine, because I'm not appealing to their audience. I'm repelling their audience. My positioning, my experience, my morals and ethics appeal to the real people, the real business people.
You have morals and ethics.
Elaborate on that. You said that's the problem. Elaborate on that.
You have morals and ethics. Yeah. Moral and ethics don't go with internet marketing. That's the exact problem. I've diagnosed you. You're welcome. No charge.
Well, all right. You got a point. And I would agree with that. So here's the thing. I mean, I don't really think I could build a platform on the Illuminati is trying to kill me, because I don't truly believe that. At least up till now, they really have not been trying to kill me. But who knows? Maybe no. We'll see. But I don't even think it's possible for me to build a platform on that. Even I could take acting classes. I could study with speaking coaches. I don't think I could pull it off. Plus, frankly, my moral code wouldn't allow me to do it anyway, because I don't believe it. It's not true. God, I hope it's not true. But I certainly can plant my flag and be outspoken about this JSTDT approach to business, because I not only believe it, and I know it's true and have proven it thousands of times over the past 20 years, I'm living it, man. I mean, this is how I've fed my fat little face for 21 years. I've not had a JOB in 21 years, man. This is how I've fed my face, with the just sell the damn thing model. All that other BBSO stuff it never made me any money. Believe me, I tried. I got deluded, same as many people, into trying some of that stuff. It didn't. What has always worked for me, what will always work for me, because human nature ain't going to change, man, until we become fused with, robots or something like that, which, Ray Kurzweil was predicting, but I don't think we'll see that in my lifetime. At least I hope not. But, if they want to fuse me with a robot, I hope they fuse me with a robot who's way smarter than I am and has way larger appendages. I'll leave it at that. I won't elaborate on which appendages. But,
clearly your fingers for doing the finger quotes. Duh.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. The curse of the Griffin family. We were certainly never big people, and I mean that in several respects. Anyway, so human nature does not change. Therefore, how you persuade people and get people to buy does not change. My just sell the damn thing model is going to work 100 years from now, when in that period of time, those people selling BBSOs will have pitched thousands of BBSOs that never had a snowball's chance in hell of ever working right from the beginning. So I can plant my flag on that, and I can speak about this with conviction and enthusiasm. And when you find an idea a philosophy, a platform to build your dealy bop on like that, well, you got something, man. You got something that can not only feed you for the rest of your life, my dear, dear treasured listener, you can build a multi-million-dollar business on that platform, feel good about it, and have a lifestyle better than most people ever in their wildest dreams could ever possibly envision. Nuff said, rant over, amen, Pax Vobiscum. I got a headache, pass the Tylenol.
What do you have coming up for us next time, Dan?
Well, glad you asked. Speaking of appendages, the title for the next episode is How Cultured Is Your Meat?
Lovely. Well done. Well done, my friend. So that is a wrap for another Off the Chain show. Thank you, K9 crew, for tuning in. And thank you, Dan, for sharing your demented thoughts with us. See you on the next one.
And my appendage.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, to get a transcript of today's show emailed to you, go to offthechainshow.com.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.